Okay, so Jordan, corporate America has once again rediscovered its favorite magic trick, announcing layoffs with the exact same tone people use to describe switching printer vendors.
Yeah, nothing says we value our people like a memo that starts with difficult but necessary and somehow ends with unlocking agility.
Welcome, this is Weekly Market Breakdown with Kyla and Jordan, and today we're talking about the latest wave of layoffs rolling through major companies, why it keeps happening, and why the labor market can look okay on paper while actual humans feel extremely not okay.
Because the macro data says remain calm, while your LinkedIn feed says, I'm excited to share that I am suddenly available.
Over the past several weeks, major employers across tech, retail, healthcare, logistics, and related sectors have kept cutting jobs. Some of the reductions are tied to restructuring, some to cost discipline, and some very explicitly to shifting resources toward artificial intelligence and other priority areas.
This chart gives you the broader layoffs picture, and it helps explain why this story keeps hanging around even when the overall labor market still looks, decent.
Which is incredible branding, by the way, that we are not firing you. We are rebalancing the workforce toward the future. Ah, yes, the future. Fewer people, more dashboards.
One reason this story keeps resonating is scale. The year has opened with major job cuts as firms streamline operations, chase efficiency, and in many cases ramp up investment in automation and AI. At the same time, business coverage keeps tracking large reductions at major firms, including thousands of corporate roles at big name companies.
So the slogan of 2026 is apparently do more with less, and by less, they do in fact mean fewer coworkers.
Now, an important nuance here. Layoffs are not hitting every kind of role equally. A lot of these cuts are showing up in corporate functions, support roles, and overlapping administrative layers, not just customer facing jobs.
The spreadsheet has decided middle management is now more of a seasonal accessory.
But even if the cuts are white collar or back office, the economic impact is still real. Those workers rent apartments, eat at neighborhood restaurants, pay for childcare, commute, travel, and buy things from local businesses.
Exactly. When an office trims staff, the deli downstairs does not get to announce an AI forward sandwich strategy. It just loses lunch orders.
There is also the psychological side. Even people who are not laid off can get more cautious when layoffs dominate business news and social feeds. That matters because consumer spending is such a huge part of the US economy.
You do not actually need to lose your job to stop spending like a person with a future. Sometimes you just need like three alarming headlines and one friend texting, "Hey, quick question. Do you know anyone hiring?"
Some companies are being unusually direct that AI is part of the story. A number of firms have framed workforce reductions around repositioning for the AI era and becoming more AI forward.
I do love that phrase. AI forward. It sounds visionary. It also sounds a little like saying, we replaced the office snacks with a chatbot and called it innovation.
To be fair, there is a real long run economic argument here. Businesses hope automation and software tools can raise productivity, lower costs, and help them grow faster over time. That can be good for profits and maybe eventually for total output.
Sure. The problem is that eventually is doing an unbelievable amount of work there because the bills are due in the very non eventual way.
Exactly. In the short run, layoffs mean income shocks for workers and families. Severance varies, benefits may expire, and searching for a comparable job can take time, especially if a lot of companies in the same industry are cutting at once.
And in a lot of white collar fields, job hunting now feels like a dystopian obstacle course where you upload your resume, answer personality questions, and then get ghosted by an AI agent.
Another reason this matters is regional concentration. A national unemployment rate can look decent while specific cities, sub-industries, or worker groups are getting hit much harder. That gap between national averages and lived experience is part of why people often feel like the economy is worse than the top line numbers suggest.
And this is that top line picture. The national unemployment rate can look fairly calm even while specific workers and sectors are having a much rougher time.
National data is the weather app. Your career is the leak in your own ceiling.
And this connects back to the broader macro picture. If layoff announcements keep coming, hiring can slow, wage growth can weaken, and households can get more cautious, all of which feeds back into the broader economy.
This is the part where executives say discipline, investors say margin expansion, and workers say, cool, but I was hoping to keep groceries and health insurance.
There is real debate over whether this is a temporary reset after overhiring in some industries or a deeper shift in how companies organize work in the AI era. And honestly, it could be both. Some companies may be correcting old excesses while also permanently redesigning teams around software and automation.
So, in business language, restructuring In basic language, I guess I live on LinkedIn now.
For listeners, the practical takeaway is not to assume the labor market you saw 2 years ago is the labor market you have today. It may still be possible to find work, but the tone has shifted, competition is tougher in some sectors, and the feeling of job security is weaker.
This gives you a sense of hiring demand. Even if the overall labor market has not fallen apart, the vibe is very clearly not what it was a couple of years ago.
The labor market has gone from come on in to please take a number and explain why you are passionate about synergy or some other corporate jargon.
We'll keep tracking the layoffs, the hiring mood, and the gap between official strength and real world stress so you do not have to spiral through job boards at midnight wondering whether your emergency fund is actually enough.
So make sure to subscribe, check out the other breakdowns, and we'll be back the next time a company says streamlining and the stock goes up like it just solved world hunger.